14th, 1941, in the bowels of hell, an American horror film star was born. And this film star was not only deemed a menace to society, but he was also engraved in people's hearts as a loving, ferocious beast. So now with me, I have the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Werewolf Man. Now, Mr. Wolf, if I can call you that, as a speaking man to not human, but a beast, if I could, maybe give you a hug. We'll be right back. Now, since Mr. Wolf has regained consciousness, we're going to discuss his movie life and how it has affected the world. Now, you played in a cinematic masterpiece, as you played in The Big Lebowski. And the Coen brothers directed this film, and I don't really remember the year that it was made. 1998. In 1998, you played the starring role in The Big Lebowski, and how did that feel? He says good. So now let's go to a scene of The Big Lebowski.
Time for plan B. You might want to watch out that front window, Larry. Son, this is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass! Language problem here. A little prick stonewalling me.
Walter! What are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Here you go, Larry. You see what happens? You see what happens, Larry? You see what happens? This is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass, Larry. This is what happens, Larry. You see what happens, Larry? You see what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass? This is what happens. You see what happens, Larry? You see what happens, Larry? You see what happens, Larry, when you fuck a stranger in the ass? This is what happens, Larry. This is what happens, Larry. What happens, Larry? This is what happens when you fuck a stranger.
What the fuck are you doing, man? Stop it!
Hey,
I just bought that fucking guy last week!
Mr. Wolf, after watching that clip, you make Jeffrey Dahmer look like a Mickey Mouse. Something we need to discuss also is the fact that you are in a band. The band Wolf Band in the 1600s, eating goats and humans in onion patches. That must have been a delight. Would you be so kind to show us some of your drumming moves? That was brilliant. Mr. Wolf, there's still something we haven't discussed yet, and that is your part in Werewolves on Wheels, which is beloved by many critics and fans across the universe. Tell us a little bit about that. Are you okay, Mr. Wolf? Are you turning to human? Is the change happening? Well, with that, now we're going to go to our student section for a question.
You're my favorite hero next to Superman. And how's it feel to be all hairy?
Well, I have bad news. That was the first time a celebrity has ever died on
inside the actor's brain cavity. But now me and Angus the plumber are going to go get a bite to eat and a drink.